We've got all the latest, what the astronauts are working on in space, and when they're expected home. Also, President Trump is popular among working class voters, but he's struggling in the suburbs. What will college sports look like in the fall, and how teams and broadcasters are adapting to having no fans. Celebrities using their platforms to speak out about positive change. And some much needed good news from gaming grandpas to heroic shark rescue. We've got it all for you on Fox Z.
Hello, I'm Grace Bradley and welcome back to Fox Z. Today in news we look at what the astronauts are doing in space. Back on May 30th, SpaceX's Dragon Crew spacecraft launched 2 NASA astronauts into space to work on the International Space Station. The astronauts are almost done with their trip and could be home as early as August 2nd. Astronauts Doug Hurley and Robert Behnken sit aboard the spacecraft crafted by SpaceX, the first time a private company sent astronauts into orbit and the first time since 2011 that NASA has sent astronauts to space. Since arriving at the International Space Station, the two were greeted by Chris Cassidy, a fellow NASA astronaut, and 2 cosmonauts. Both Behnken and Cassidy have performed a number of spacewalks to work and repair hardware outside the space station. The last spacewalk was completed on July 21st, lasting 5 hours and 29 minutes. It marked the 10th spacewalk for both Behnken and Cassidy, while marking the 300th spacewalk for the U.S. Hurley, the spacecraft commander for Demo 2, has been working within the space station during the spacewalks and has also taken to Twitter to share many pictures in space of Earth. What a sight to see. Now let's head over to Kyle with an update on the polls.
It's the end of July, and families across the United States are packing their bags and filling up their cars as they rush to make last-minute beach vacations. The end of July also marks the beginning of election season, and the November 3rd elections are now less than 4 months away. The 2020 elections will be unlike anything before in our history. With COVID-19, candidates have been reimagining their campaign strategies. Instead of using traditional campaign rallies, they are relying on social media and virtual campaign events. But COVID-19 has not stopped President Trump's campaign strategy. Despite recommendations from the CDC, the president is still holding large, in-person campaign rallies. And his base, comprised of mostly white working-class voters such as Tamara Hatley, still support him.
But you can't argue with the results he's produced, and the fact that he was able to negotiate with North Korea.
However, the Real Clear Politics polling average shows the president trailing to Democratic candidate, former Vice President Joe Biden, by almost 9 points. Many of the president's policies are alienating suburban voters in states such as Arizona and Virginia. But between now and Election Day, things are certainly going to change. We still don't know who Mr. Biden will pick to be his vice presidential running mate, and mail-in ballots are creating uncertainty over how long it will take to receive final election results. Reporting from Charlotte, North Carolina, I'm Kyle Arendas. Now here's Kylie with sports.
Hello, sports fans. It's Kylie Ritter, and today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about what the future of sports is going to look like amid this pandemic. To start off, your favorite college sport may not even have a season this fall. Conferences all around the country have recently announced that they will either be postponing or canceling their upcoming seasons. The Ivy League, the Colonial Athletic Association Conference, the East Coast Conference, and more have all announced that they will be canceling their fall season. The Atlantic 10 Conference has also announced that they will be postponing their season until spring. And other conferences like the Big 10, the Pac-12, and the Big East have announced that they will be playing a conference-only season. Although we may be getting some college sports this fall, teams will have to get used to having no fans in the bleachers. Sports without fans has become the new normal, and teams and broadcasters have had to get creative in order to give viewers a familiar experience. With the Premier League starting again, broadcasters have started to use crowd noises in an attempt to distract from the empty stadium. Other sports teams have started using cardboard cutouts of fans to fill the seats. Season ticket holders and other fans can pay to have their face on a piece of cardboard in hopes of supporting their favorite team. It's crazy that this is what 2020 has come to, and who knows what will happen next. This has been Kylie Ritter reporting for sports. Let's find out what's new with entertainment. Off to you, Jessica.
I'm Jessica Solon here, and this week in entertainment, we're talking about celebrities that are using their power to make a positive change. First on the list, we have Demi Lovato, who's selling pieces from her own wardrobe to fans that pledged to vote this year. Fans are also encouraged to do things like sign petitions for social activism. Next on the list, we have Bella Hadid. Bella recently posted a picture of her dad's passport with the caption "Proud Palestinian," and Instagram took it down for violating community guidelines. No, it doesn't. Instagram allows for a lot of graphic images to be posted, and posting about your family heritage during a humanitarian crisis is not a violation of community guidelines. Instagram later apologized, and Bella said that you cannot erase history by silencing people. Billie Eilish recently revealed that she used to be so obsessed with Justin Bieber that her mom wanted to send her to therapy. Apparently from ages 13 to 15, she used to cry every single night, and Justin Bieber was her coping mechanism for her mental well-being. The singer says she doesn't cry like that anymore, but she is still a believer and she does still care about mental health. Actress Halle Berry said she would be accepting a transgender role in a new film and immediately, obviously, received a ton of backlash. Berry soon gave up the role and said that the transgender community should undoubtedly have the opportunity to tell their own stories. Last but certainly never least, we have Queen Jennifer Aniston. Not only has she used her platform to post about social justice issues during quarantine, but she's also giving us a better perspective to look at quarantine with. The actress has been writing film scripts, prepping for season 2 of The Morning Show, and using this time to be positive and productive by herself. Her friends say she's a creative homebody, so Miss Green is thriving. That's entertainment for the day. Off to you, Jake.
I'm Jake Trailer, here with some much needed good news. Rushing to save the day, an off-duty police officer noticed a shark fast approaching a young boy on a boogie board in the waters of a Florida beach. A quick-thinking Officer Kosicki jumping into the water and grabbing the boy was able to pull him to safety as the shark swam dangerously close, just a few feet away. Officer Kosicki was walking along the beach with his wife when he noticed the shark and ran to the rescue. An adrenaline-pumping video with a heroic and happy ending. Some more good news. On his 80th birthday, a gamer grandpa, Dick DeZingermill, receiving a surprise PS4 from his children and bringing him to shout with excitement. Take a look.
Oh! Oh! I was going to buy one of these. Are you a gamer? Yes.
DeZingermill's kids finding the console just in time to put a big smile on his face of their 80-year-old father, the family in the room, and all of us watching at home. And lastly, a frontline worker from New Jersey putting his life on the line and contracting COVID did not expect a home visit from his favorite mascot. A lifelong Phillies fan and season ticket holder, this recovering doctor being greeted at the door by the Philly fanatic brought opening day right to his doorstep, along with gifts, a game ball, and a phone call from the Phillies bullpen coach, Jim Gott. This certainly wasn't a conventional opening day, but one this New Jersey doctor will never forget.
Thank you for being with us on Fox Z. Be sure to tune in every day on RIGTV for your news in minutes. Also share with us the good news that you're doing for others, and you might just be featured on a future show.